Welcome to Global One Media Stocks to Watch. I'm Michael Swido. I'm speaking today with Saf Dhillon. He's the CEO of Questcorp Mining. They focus on acquiring and exploring mineral properties in Canada. Saf, great to meet you. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Michael. Great to meet you as well, and thanks for having me.
Now, you've been involved with the development of public companies for more than 20 years. So I'm curious, what attracted you to this company? What attracted you to Questcorp?
Actually, it's funny you asked that, Mike, because I've been in the industry roughly 20 plus years. I started my first decade or 12 years helping to develop a brand new renewable energy company that we took roughly from a $2 million market cap to over 350 million US. And that really kind of helped me realize that our everyday lives are touched by the mining industry, whether we want to face that reality or not. And I always thought of myself as kind of a green person. So working for a green energy company was a great fit. And so it really kind of helped me open my eyes that if I was going to be involved in any kind of mining companies, I wanted to have a say in how the company actually operates, develops its assets, where it works, and how it deals with its people. So not only am I the president and CEO, but I'm actually one of the founders of the company. And that really was one of the key things that I wanted to do, that I wanted to be, I wanted to have an impact or a footprint from the get-go, and I want to work with good people. And I've got two other co-founders that I've met throughout my 20-year history, and I like working with them. And that's really why we founded Questcorp Mining, Inc. And we do currently have a flagship property. It's in a safe jurisdiction in Canada on Vancouver Island, northern tip of Vancouver Island specifically. And the property, our North Island copper property, it basically sits in a region that has had quite some success. When we acquired the property initially privately about 3 years ago, the region was, I guess it was getting some recognition because historically this was the site of BHP Billiton's North Island copper mine. And at one point, this was one of the largest copper mines in Canada. So one of the things that I've learned through my experience in the industry is that, where's the best place to look for a mine? Probably not too far from where there's existing mines or past producing mines. And that's kind of really why I think we actually made this initial acquisition.
That's really interesting. There's a few things I picked up from that. First off, people are always very important when it comes to any entity. And you said you like to work with good people. I also picked up that you took a previous company from something like 2 or 3 million to 350. So, that
Yes.
is a big jump, and certainly, great credit to you, and, gives you credibility when you're looking forward to your next venture. And then I also like you said about if you're looking for, to essentially strike it rich to find the right mineral, if you will,
Yes.
look where other people have looked before. So if we look at your project now, like you said, it's on Vancouver Island. It's called the North Island Copper Property. It's about 11 square kilometers in size. And it is in an area that's known for copper and gold. So can you give us a bit more about the history of that area?
Yeah, for sure, Michael. As I just mentioned, I think, BHP is one of the largest mining companies in the world. So they actually had a mine in production there for a number of years, a number of decades. Again, I think that with current technology, what's happened in the last couple of years, there have been a number of other companies other than ourselves who have come into this region, acquired some of these claims, acquired some of the properties. And in the last 3 years, since we've actually acquired this asset, listed our Questcorp Mining Inc. on the CSE, some of our neighbors have actually built quite a successful company on the backs of their property here. Just to name off a few, I mentioned obviously BHP, their current mine, our neighbors. There's also Surge Battery Metals, although they're not quite working on that asset. Right next to them, then of course we have a company in North Island Copper. I believe this is their only asset. They built roughly $100 million market cap on the success of developing their property. that is basically part of our neighborhood. And so it's pretty good company that we're in. So we're feeling pretty confident that as we move forward and develop this asset, that we are going to hopefully get some interesting results, so to speak.
All right, Saf, this is an early stage project. Just where are you all in terms of exploration, and what are you doing this summer in Canada?
Yeah, Mike, we actually, our technical team, Tim Henneberry, who's been a geologist, successful one for roughly 44 years. He's worked internationally. He's been working with a couple of consultants. We're about to announce, hopefully in the next week or two, an initial surface work program. That completing that, we'll get some feedback, we'll get some analysis, and then we can map out what the next steps are going to be from there.
So earlier this month, your company completed a private placement. You raised 350,000 Canadian dollars. How are you going to use that money?
Yeah, that financing is really going to be used to A, move this property forward, and B, there's a number of other potential projects that have been introduced to the company. As you know, the markets, I think, within the last couple of years since COVID, have actually never really made a lot of sense. And I think that we just wanted to make sure we had enough powder or enough cash in the treasury that if an opportunity came along that could help lift our market cap, that we wanted to be able to have some extra cash to make those decisions fairly quickly.
So you mentioned market cap. So let's talk about your stock now. You went public and listed on the Canadian Securities Exchange this past December. Your share price peaked at 40 cents a share at the time of the IPO. Then it came under some pretty significant selling pressure. From what I see, it's traded flat the last few months at around 9 cents. So I'm wondering, Saf, why should investors take a fresh look at Questcorp Mining? Why do you think it's a stock to watch?
Well, Michael, one, we're a very early stage company in the sense that we just were created at the beginning of 2024. We don't have any legacy issues. It's a clean company, clean slate for all intents purposes. And I think we cover the 3 Ps, which are very important. Good people running the company. I think I've got a pretty good track record. I've been involved in the industry for 20 plus years. I'm known as a company builder, and I've put together a pretty good team. Tim Henneberry, of course, 44 plus years in the industry as a very successful geologist. Scott Davis, again, a very successful accountant, CFO for the last 20 plus years in the industry. We've got a great project to start with. Our North Island Copper property, again, location is key for properties in a region that a major had a in production mine for decades. And now there's other successful companies with new technology are making discoveries. And then, of course, promotion. We've got the cash. We've got the ability to promote. We've got a tight share structure that really helps us in that promotion, in the sense that once we do get some traction, I think that we can see there's going to be a potential for a pretty good lift, as we're basically in the very early stages.
Excellent. Saf, thank you so much. We appreciate your time. Thank you for walking us through Questcorp's business. We look forward to more updates from you in the future.
Thank you, Michael. Again, thanks for having us.
We've been speaking with the founder of Questcorp, Saf Dhillon, and you've been watching Global One Media Stocks to Watch. I'm Michael Swido.